You know that feeling.
Yeah.
Right? Like you probably write in your journal every single night.
Yeah.
You take all these personality tests online. You watch your own feelings. You think about how you talk. And you try so hard to be a better person. But instead of feeling happy and free, you just feel stuck.
Right. Totally stuck.
Yeah, you feel anxious. You doubt yourself all the time. Honestly, you are just tired of the noise in your own head. You want to grow, but you just can't move forward.
It is like a huge trap for so many young people today. We always hear that looking inside our own minds is the best thing to do. But, well, the science actually shows a very different story.
Hey, this is the Inquiry Talks. I am Emma.
And I'm Max. Welcome to our deep dive.
Today, we are looking at something called the paradox of self-awareness. Our mission for this deep dive is to find out why trying so hard to know yourself might actually be making your life worse.
Yeah, and we want to find out how to just, live your life without overthinking every little thing.
Right. So to start, we have to completely change how we think about self-awareness.
Yeah.
Because society tells us a lie. They say it is kind of like money.
Exactly. People think the more money you have, the better your life is. So they think knowing every little detail about their own mind is the same thing. They think more is always better.
But it is not like money, is it?
No, not at all. Psychology says it is actually more like medicine.
Medicine. Wait, I do not understand that.
Well, think about it. If you are really sick, you definitely need medicine. It helps you.
Yeah, of course.
But if you are perfectly healthy and you take strong medicine every single day, it will actually make you sick.
Oh, wow. I never thought about it like that.
Right. Today, the self-help industry makes us think that normal feelings are a sickness, like feeling sad or feeling angry.
But wait, I mean, if I feel anxious or angry a lot, isn't writing in my journal about it good? Like, how is trying to heal a bad thing?
It is only bad because bad feelings are not always a sickness. They are just information. They are totally normal.
Like, just normal human stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you touch a hot stove, you feel pain, right? So you pull your hand away.
Right.
You do not sit there and write a 10-page essay about why your hand hurts while it is still burning.
Oh, yeah. That would be silly.
But people who overthink do exactly that with their emotions. They feel a little bit of normal sadness. But instead of just feeling it, they look at it really closely. They analyze it so much that it becomes a huge problem.
So by always checking our feelings, we actually create the problem. We turn a small thing into a huge storm. But why does that happen? Like, what happens in our brain when we watch ourselves so much?
Well, when you watch yourself all the time, your mind basically splits into two different parts. There's the actor, and there's the critic.
Okay, so the actor is the part of me that is just living my life.
Yes. And the critic is the part that just stands there watching you and judging everything you do.
Like a teacher giving me a bad grade.
Exactly. And your brain cannot do both things well at the same time.
Oh, that makes sense. It feels kind of like typing my password on my phone.
What do you mean?
Well, I type it super fast every day without looking. But if someone asks me, hey, what letters are you pressing?
Right.
If I actually think about it, my fingers just freeze. I completely forget my own password.
That is a perfect example. In psychology, they call this the centipede effect.
The bug with 100 legs.
Yeah. A centipede walks perfectly on 100 legs. It just does it. But if you stop the bug and ask, hey, which leg do you move first?
Oh, it probably gets confused.
Exactly. The moment it thinks about walking, it trips and falls.
That is so weird, but so true. It is like dancing in my room.
Dancing.
Yeah, like I am alone, the music is loud, and I am dancing so well. I feel great, but then I look in the mirror.
And the critic wakes up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The second I see myself, I feel awkward. I lose the music, and I just stop dancing.
The critic makes you freeze. It is supposed to keep us safe from doing stupid things in public, but when it is always turned on, it stops you from actually living.
Wow. So if the critic is always watching me, what is it actually looking for? Like, what are we doing when we think about our flaws for hours?
We think we are fixing problems, but really we are just building a comfortable cage to hide in.
A cage?
Yeah. And we use labels to build this cage, like personality tests. People say, oh, I am an introvert, or I have this kind of attachment style.
Wait, I have to say, I like those labels.
You do?
Yeah, finding I was an introvert felt really good. I realized, oh, I am not broken, I just get tired in big crowds. How is that a bad thing?
It is not bad at first. It feels really good to understand yourself. The problem is what happens next.
What happens next?
The label stops being just a simple description. It becomes a strict rule. It becomes an excuse.
I think I see. So it goes from, I get tired in crowds to, well, I am an introvert, so I can never go to parties and I cannot try to make new friends.
Exactly. You use the label to hide. It is an excuse to not do hard things or grow. One of our sources says something really strong about this.
Oh, was it?
It says self-awareness without changing your behavior is just being selfish but using smart words.
Oh, wow. That hurts to hear. Just being selfish, but using smart words.
Yeah.
So if I know all my flaws, and I use therapy words to talk about them, but I still treat my friends badly.
Then you are not self-aware. You are just self-obsessed.
That is crazy. I feel like we spend so much time looking at the past, too. Like, we try to find the exact moment we got broken.
Yes, and that is another huge trap. Because human memory is not like a video on your phone. It changes.
It changes, like we make things up.
Kind of. Every time you remember something, your brain rewrites it a little bit. So if your life is mostly fine right now, but your critic wants a problem to solve, you will look back into your past.
Looking for a bad memory.
Yeah. And your brain will take a normal memory and make it look terrible. Like maybe your mom just told you to be careful at the park when you were little.
Okay, that is just normal mom stuff.
Right. But because you are trying to find out why you are anxious today, your brain changes the memory. Suddenly you believe your mom was super controlling and ruined your childhood.
Wait, really? Just to give myself an excuse to feel bad today?
Exactly. You basically create a fake trauma just to give the critic a job to do.
That is actually so scary.
Ugh.
So if looking at our past is dangerous and using labels is just a cage, is looking inside ourselves just totally wrong? How do we actually do this right?
Well, there's this big study by a psychologist named Dr. Tasha Eurich. She found something amazing. She asked people if they think they are self-aware.
Let me guess. Everyone said yes.
Yep, 95% of people said yes, I am very self-aware.
But they were wrong, right?
Very wrong. When she actually tested them, only about 10 or 15% of people were truly self-aware.
Wow. How can so many people be that wrong about themselves?
Because they only look at half the picture.
Yeah.
True self-awareness has two parts. Internal and external.
Okay, internal is the stuff we just talked about, right? Knowing my own feelings, what I like, what I hate.
Yes. But the missing piece is external awareness. That means knowing how other people see you.
Oh, like how my actions make other people feel.
Exactly. And people who overthink have super high internal awareness. They know their own feelings perfectly. But their external awareness is zero.
So they are blind to the real world.
Totally blind.
This makes so much sense. I know people like this. They write these beautiful, deep posts about being a good, caring person.
Right.
But then we go out to dinner, and they talk the whole time. They do not listen to me, and they are rude to the waiter.
Yes. Because they know their own good thoughts, they think they are a good person. They cannot see that their actual actions are terrible.
That is so strange. Why can't they see it?
It is because of something called the transparency illusion.
Transparency, like glass.
Yeah. We wrongly believe that people can see our inside feelings like looking through glass. We think people can read our minds.
Oh, I do this all the time.
We all do. Imagine you are working really hard on your computer. Inside, you feel focused and smart. So you assume everyone around you thinks, wow, Emma is so focused and smart.
But they don't see that, do they?
No. They just see your face, and maybe you are frowning really hard at the screen.
So I probably just look angry.
Exactly. You look angry and mean, but you do not know that. So when someone does not want to talk to you, you get mad. You think, why are they being so rude to me?
Because I think I am being a great worker, but they just see an angry person. That is terrifying.
It is. We live in our own little dream world, but other people react to our real faces and actions.
So how do we wake up from the dream? If looking inside is a trap, how do we fix our external awareness and get out of our heads?
The first step is to change the main question you ask yourself. When things go bad, people who overthink always ask the same question. They ask, why?
Yeah, of course. Why am I like this?
Yeah.
Why did I fail? Why do I feel so empty today?
It feels like the right question, but for your brain, it is actually a dead end.
Really? Why is asking why a bad thing?
Because your deepest feelings do not use words. Your subconscious does not have language. So when you ask why, your brain does not know the real answer.
So what does it do?
It just guesses. The logic part of your brain makes up a story, and because you are already feeling anxious, it makes up a really mean story.
Oh, I see. So if I ask, why did I do badly on my test today?
Your brain will not say, oh, because you did not sleep well last night.
It will say something worse.
Yeah. It will say, you failed because you were stupid and you always ruin everything.
Wow. That is exactly what it feels like. You ask a question, and your brain just bullies you.
Right. Asking why keeps you stuck in the past. It just makes you sad. The trick is to stop asking why and start asking what.
Just change the word. Can you give me an example?
Sure. Instead of saying, why am I so bad at making friends? You ask, what can I do today to talk to one new person?
Oh, that feels completely different.
Instead of, why am I so anxious? You ask, what is making me anxious right now? What can I do to fix it?
Yeah, asking why feels like digging a hole. You just go deeper and deeper into the dark. But asking what feels like building stairs. It points you to the future.
Exactly. It makes your brain stop crying and start problem solving. But, sometimes even when you know this trick, you still feel panic.
Yeah, sometimes my heart is beating so fast I cannot think about what to do. I just freeze.
When that happens, you have to force your brain to stop looking inside. You have to
Oh.
force it to look outside. The best way is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method.
I think I know this. Is it the thing where you name things in the room?
Yes. You look around and name 5 things you can see, then 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste.
Honestly, that sounds like a game for kids. Why does that work?
Because your brain is like a computer. When you are overthinking, all your brain power is busy running scary, fake movies in your head.
Right.
By forcing yourself to look at real things, touch real things, and hear real noises, you take that brain power away from the scary movies.
So the brain just cannot do both. It cannot panic and feel the texture of a wooden desk at the same time.
Exactly. It completely breaks the panic loop. It brings you back to the real, physical world. And really, Emma, this is the biggest lesson of our deep dive today.
What is that?
True self-awareness is not about perfectly knowing every single flaw you have. It is not about having a perfectly calm mind.
Because if you only look inside, you miss the real world completely. You miss your own life.
Yes. True growth is stepping out of your head. It is talking to people, making mistakes, and accepting that you cannot control everything just by thinking about it. You have to be the actor, not the critic.
This has been so helpful. It makes so much sense now. Wait, I think self-awareness is always good, like money. But it's really like medicine. We take too much of it.
Way too much.
We split our minds into the actor and the critic, and we just freeze, like the centipede trying to walk. We use labels to build cages, and we invent fake memories to feel bad.
And we forget that other people cannot read our minds.
Right, the transparency illusion. And the biggest thing is we have to stop asking why and start asking what.
Exactly. Learning about yourself is only useful if it helps you actually go outside and live.
Well, as we finish up today, I want to leave you with one final, kind of weird thought. We spend all this time trying to find our true selves, right?
Right.
But maybe the best kind of self-awareness is actually forgetting yourself completely.
Oh, like when you are totally in the zone?
Yeah. Think about the best, happiest moments of your life. You were not looking in a mirror. You were not checking your feelings.
You're probably just having fun.
Exactly. You were so happy with the music or your friends that you forgot you were even there. Maybe the goal is not to perfectly know yourself. Maybe the goal is to be so busy living that you stop checking if you're doing it right.
That is a really great way to look at it.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Take that thought with you today. Stop analyzing yourself. Get out of your head and just go live your life. If you like this talk, be sure to follow and subscribe. We have new talks every week. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.